When I'm president of the United States, before we do anything on immigration, we are going to secure the border.
We have at least 11 million people in this country that came in illegally. They will go out. They will come back. Some will come back, the best, through a process.
The people that get forgotten in this debate over immigration are the hardworking men and women of this country, are millions of Americans who are losing their jobs, millions of legal immigrants.
Immigration, a hot topic at last night's debate. So who has the best plan to fix the broken system? Let's ask Fox News contributor and author of the new book, You Will Be Made to Care, Erick Erickson. So nice to have you here in person.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we usually talk to you from Georgia, but you've made your way here to New York. Long night last night for all of us. In terms of details, who do you think presented themselves the best in terms of immigration, and who actually has the best plan for immigration?
It depends on what you want with immigration. I think Ted Cruz probably came across as the most consistent guy on stage. He was right pointing out that Donald Trump just a couple of years ago was ridiculing Mitt Romney on his wanting to have people self-deport. Marco Rubio, of course, tied himself to the Gang of Eight plan. So if you want a pathway, I guess, to stay here in the country, Marco Rubio would be your guy. If you really want someone who's been consistent about deportation, then Ted Cruz would be the direction you want to go.
In terms of the demographic for Hispanics, like, who do you think has an edge there going into Super Tuesday? Oh,
definitely Marco Rubio. Looking at the polling among Hispanics, he's got actual positive favorability, while Ted Cruz has slightly negative. Donald Trump, I think it's 68% negative favorability among Hispanic voters.
But he won the Hispanic vote in Nevada.
Yeah, he did, but it was about 92% white, so, I mean, plus or minus 10% in the margin of error for Hispanic popularity of Donald Trump in Nevada.
And the state of Texas, what, 155 delegates up for grabs there. Obviously, immigration, huge issue, border security.
And I think Ted Cruz won 45% of Hispanic voters in Texas when he ran for the Senate in 2012.
So you expect him to win Texas?
I would expect him to win Texas. If he doesn't, it's over for Ted
What
Cruz.
about Florida, though?
You know, the polling shows that Marco Rubio is in second, significantly behind Trump. He's got to do something to turn it around. The conventional wisdom is that Cruz needs to drop out to help Marco, but Cruz is doing better in his home state than Marco is in his.
All right, so let's switch quickly to the economy. You know, the economy in terms of what voters care about, 43% of Republicans say that's their #1 concern. So who wins there?
You know, I think it's kind of a tie between the three of them. They all have good economic plans. Trump's plan raises the national debt and deficit much more than either Rubio or Cruz, but all three plans are much more pro-economic growth than anything the Democrats have offered. So I think you could say it's a draw between the three of them there.
Is that one of the reasons you think, though, that Donald Trump is in the lead by such a wide margin, because people see him as a successful businessman?
He's the businessman, and I think if what Cruz and Rubio tried to do last night is to show he's not necessarily as successful as people think, and they're going to have to keep that drumbeat going for them to be successful against him.
All right, Erick Erickson joining us in person, live. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being here.